So despite the continued closure of Disneyland Resort, the Quinjet has now landed at the Avengers Campus. So let's dive into a first look and also a construction update up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack and this is of course DSNY Newscast, and before we get started be sure to go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel and also hit that notification bell. And if you're a Waltoneer and a Marvel fan and interested in picking up one of these Waltoneers Campus shirts, then head on over to dsnyshop.com or the link below in the description box so you're ready when the Avengers Campus does open. And now with that being said, let's talk some Marvel. As back on March 11th, Bob Chapek announced that the Avengers Campus would open on July 18th. And well, needless to say, 2020 had other plans in mind, as only 3 days later, Disneyland initially closed on March 14th, and there was a halt on all active construction projects, with it later being stated in May there would be a pause on $900 million worth of Disney park projects throughout the rest of Disney's fiscal year. That ends in September. But then over in Disney California Adventure, construction slowly began to resume on the Avengers Campus once again, which was a news story that was understandably overshadowed by the announcement and then cancellation of Disneyland's reopening on July 17th. But despite all of that doom and gloom, we now have a glimmer of hope for this Marvel-themed land, in the form of the Quinjet finally being installed atop of the Avengers headquarters building. As in many ways, this Quinjet is the icon of the entire land. Now for a while, it's been sitting wrapped backstage just behind the building. And at the beginning of August, a source reached out and informed me that the Quinjet had actually been installed, and we're going to see it very soon. And now that day has arrived, with Disney Parks chairman Josh D'Amaro and Walt Disney Imagineering sharing images of the SHIELD Quinjet up close. And as expected, it looks amazing. But this isn't the exact same version of a Quinjet that is prominently featured within all of the Avengers movies, but instead, as lead Imagineer Scott Drake has explained, this is a new model that has been designed exclusively for the Avengers Campus, although it did briefly appear as an Easter egg in Avengers Endgame. But it really is incredible to see the amount of care and detail that has been put into the design, development and creation of this icon, even though it will only be visible to guests from the ground view. And yet it looks absolutely stunning from every single angle. But besides the obvious reason that this will be a new icon for Disney California Adventure, there are two reasons why it is important for Imagineering to replicate the Quinjet so accurately. With the first being that there will be themed entertainment that will be using the multi-level Avengers HQ exterior as the stage platform for an Avengers stunt show spectacular that will star Black Widow, Captain America and Black Panther as they battle the Taskmaster. And then the second reason is that this Avengers headquarters building will become home to the entrance to the innovative Quinjet attraction as part of Phase 2 of the Avengers Campus that was announced at D23 Expo in August of 2019. However, the future of this Avengers e-ticket experience that was said to utilise a completely new ride system is looking less certain, as from what I've heard from sources, budgets within Imagineering are extremely tight, which is kind of a given, as it also aligns with what Chapek has said back in May about every project being looked over with a fine-tooth comb. But it goes beyond that, as the effects of the COVID cases rising in California and Florida have caused an extended closure of Disneyland and suppressed the expected attendance for the reopening of Walt Disney World, with all of that having dramatic implications on projects that are yet to begin construction, such as the Mary Poppins attraction coming to Epcot that was indefinitely postponed, and the Spaceship Earth revamp that's been delayed. So when it comes to a project like the Avengers Quinjet attraction that promised a unique and innovative ride system that would provide individual flight to the guests, then it's not looking hopeful that Phase 2 will be completed for the Avengers Campus within the previous rumoured timeframe of 2023. However, this isn't to say that this will never materialise, as after all, Avengers is still a box office juggernaut, and any attraction that's themed around teaming up alongside the Avengers is sure to be one of the most popular attractions across the entire resort. But the reason why this Avengers attraction wasn't a Phase 1 attraction is because Disney wanted to open up the Avengers Campus not that long after Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to act as as sort of a counterbalance to draw people on over to Disney California Adventure, and so the repurposing of It's Tough to Be a Bug into the Spider-Man Web Slingers attraction just made more sense as part of Phase 1. But to underscore all of that, you've also got the factor that this was set to be the main attraction of the land. So perhaps Disney will push forward with its construction. Although I must say that I have heard that the announcement of the Splash Mountain reimagining into a Princess and the Frog attraction has put additional pressure on budgets within the Disney Parks division. So when it comes to this Avengers attraction, maybe we're looking at more of a delay than that of a cancellation. However, I don't want to end on that note, as despite there being uncertainty surrounding the Phase 2 of the Avengers Campus, it's still great to see so much progress being made on Phase 1 of the land, which we can see thanks to micechat.com that has given this fantastic in-depth look at the current state of the resort, which I'll link to down below. And as we can see, much of the exterior theming is nearing completion for the Spider-Man Web Slingers attraction. However, the entrance for the ride, which we can see here in this concept art, is only slowly coming together with this steel framework and the ground surfacing being completed. And then in this image here, we can not only see another view of the Quinjet, but we can also see the construction on the Californian Sanctum of the Mystic Arts that will feature a Doctor Strange interactive experience. And then in this last image, we can see a fascinating view of the Avengers HQ building, where you can see just how this has been designed for live performances and the fact that it's very much a facade for a future Avengers attraction. And then off in the background of that same image, we can see entrance theming for the PIM Technologies test kitchen that's really taking shape with that quantum tunnel design. But to be honest, the food and drinks available at this quick service restaurant is actually one of the things that I'm most excited for when I visit the Avengers Campus, whenever it eventually opens, which I personally predict will most likely be in early 2021. As if Disneyland does reopen this fall with controlled capacity like we've seen over at Walt Disney World, then Disney won't want to have a grand opening of a land when not many guests can come to experience it. But either way, stay tuned to DSNY Newscast, as I'll be coming back to give you all sorts of updates regarding the Avengers Campus when we find out more details. And lastly for today, let's make a quick trip on over to Walt Disney World. As you see, there's been two pieces of smaller construction news that are worth noting. And the first one is a similar bit of construction news to how we found out about the Quin-Jet, as the Imagineering lead on the Epcot transformation, Zach Ridley, revealed this first look on his Instagram at the recreation of the prismatic lucite pillars being put into place once again in the Epcot entrance fountain. And despite them already looking great, I can't wait to do a full proper video all about this entrance transformation once it's complete. And then the other small piece of construction news is that the canopy pieces have now arrived on site for the Tron Light Cycle Run roller coaster at the Magic Kingdom. However, much like the Epcot entrance, I'll be doing a full video in the coming weeks once the canopy begins to properly take shape as a new icon within Tomorrowland. But now it's over to you, the Waltoniers. I would like to know, what are your thoughts and opinions about the Avengers Campus in general, and if you could create any type of experience as the main attraction for the Avengers Campus in Phase 2 instead of the Avengers Quinjet, then what would it be and how would it work? And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere in this video along with your suggestion or your comment to be able a chance to win one of these official DSNY Newscast enamel pins. And congratulations to this Waltonier here for winning this suggestion from a previous video where we're talking all about the upcoming animation slate for Disney and Pixar. And so that's it for today, so be sure to go and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel, hit that notification bell, and also if you enjoyed today's video then be sure to give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.